Final score here at the Toole Center tonight, Robert Morris falls 81-68 to the St. Francis Terriers of Brooklyn. Chris Shovlin, Jim Elias, and Coach Andy Toole back here courtside tonight. Coach Toole, I just have to ask, what happened out there?
I'm not really sure. You know, I couldn't be more disappointed in our effort tonight, and I'm especially after what we came off on Thursday. Really disappointed. Obviously, St. Francis gets a ton of credit. They played a terrific basketball game. They wanted to win the game. They had a great game plan. They stuck to their game plan. They played together. You know, even when Stefan Perunicic got 2 fouls in the first half, he's their leading scorer. He goes out. They still figure out a way to score 81 points on us. And, you know, it's just so disappointing because you work hard to get yourself in a situation where you feel like you're on good footing and on solid ground, and then just as quickly you can, you know, have a landslide. And it just is, it's going to be interesting to watch the film and to see really where the breakdowns were. And, you know, we talked about defending the 3, and obviously we didn't do that. They shot 58% from 3 and didn't defend the 2 very well either because they shot 52% there. But, you know, 10 of their 24 field goals were 3s, and we know that if they make 10 threes, they win. Every time they make 10 threes, they win. In their losses, they make 6 and, you know, 5 or 6. And now you're looking at 12 or 15 points. Well, you lose the game by 13. And, you know, obviously it's simple when you do the mathematics, but if you know, go play by play and play by play, it's obviously not that simple. And like I said, I just couldn't be more disappointed in the way that we came out tonight with, you know, what I thought was good momentum and a team that had a mindset that they understood how important this was, and they understood how good St. Francis was. Maybe we didn't do a good enough job of explaining that to them. And we'll look at the way we approach it as coaches as well and try and figure it out, because, you know, it doesn't get any easier, and we have a lot of work to do.
Jim?
I thought in the first half, I don't know if you'll agree with me, Coach, we had a lot of opportunities for putbacks, and we just missed them. And I thought that really hurt. I said at halftime, I hope it doesn't come back to bite us, but I think it did tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we missed 5 or 6 layups easily. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I thought they did a good job in terms of when Velton would drive, they didn't foul him. And so he needed to go and just finish. And I think a lot of times he was looking for contact, didn't get the contact or didn't get the call, or he created the contact, and so it wasn't a foul. And now all of a sudden, you know, you're missing layups. And then, you know, we had some of our bigs and some other guys, you know, not being able to finish layups. And you can't leave points like that on the table. I think we missed at least maybe 5 to 7 layups in the first half that if you make, it's a completely different game.
Yeah, I agree with you. And also tonight, the shooting just steadily, it was pretty good in the first half, and it just steadily got worse. The percentage, every time we got a stat sheet, it was getting lower and lower and lower. Things kind of snowballed as far as shooting.
Yeah, we didn't take the greatest shots. You know, I thought at times when we penetrated the pass and we shared the ball, that's when we had a little bit of a lead there in the start of the second half. But we didn't maintain that. We didn't stay with what was allowing us to be successful. And when you are having success and then you deviate from it, you got to be pretty dumb. And that's what I guess we were tonight.
What was the demeanor in the locker room after the game?
You know, sad. And I said, well, why is everyone so sad? And what's done is done. We obviously weren't sad enough or understanding enough to figure out a way not to become sad. And, you know, everyone's got their puppy dog eyes on. And, well, guys, you had 40 minutes to go and not feel this way. And we talked about it for 2 days. We talked about it in a shoot-around. You know, and that's just the inconsistency of our team right now is, you know, Thursday obviously was a big game and TV and crowd. And, you know, everyone knew it, scouting report inside and out, and was incredible energy and all those kinds of things. And, you know, it wasn't that same preparation for this. And that's the frustrating part. That's the frustrating part, because to become a really good team, you have to prepare the same every single time you come out on the floor, because you understand that this is so fragile.
Thursday and Saturday, the best of times, the worst of times for this basketball team. Obviously, you're hoping for better times, and it's not going to get any easier because you take on the Hurley brothers and Wagner next Thursday night. Yeah,
it never gets any easier, and we've talked about all year long about how improved the Northeast Conference is. And how every game is a war. You know, I think there was a double overtime game today. I think there was a 1-point game today. You know, every game is coming down to the stretch, and teams are trying to figure out where they're, you know, going to survive for postseason tournament and all that kind of stuff. And so, you know, it's never going to be easy. And until we understand that it's never going to be easy, until we fully understand that you have to prepare yourself the same way every time, we'll have, unfortunately, efforts like this. We will obviously do our best not to allow this to happen again, but sometimes it's got to come from inside that group as well, as much as it's got to come from the coaching staff.
Andy, thanks for stopping by tonight. We appreciate it.
My pleasure, Shep.
Andy Toole, the head coach of the Colonials, 81-68. Robert Morris falls to St. Francis of New York tonight. And that will conclude our coverage of Robert Morris basketball here on 73 WPIT Pittsburgh, with Elias McMillan back at our studios in Pittsburgh. Jim Elias here courtside at the Toole Center. I'm Chris Shovlin. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll talk to you next Thursday night when the Colonials take on the Wagner Seahawks on Staten Island. 7 o'clock tip, 6:45 for the pregame show right here on WPIT Pittsburgh. Again, final tonight, 81-68. St. Francis wins.